Alrighty, let's go ahead, pull back the curtains, and see what's going on in Durst Manor.
Ooh. Better pop out chat.
Okay, for our players, yes please. Time to pop out chat and minimize the actual stream itself, and get ready.
Hi, stream. Hello, chat.
What the what?
Alrighty, and before we get going, let me just go ahead and say Shagget Crispy, Neo Gambit, Terrapixel, Snuggler, Llama Ada, Beta DM, Dragon, Mythical, Paladin, and Jay Nirvana.
The what? Wow.
Thank all of you for your resubbery. So there we go. Oh, and Flanzig, thank you for your resubbery as well.
Flan.
I love flan.
Who doesn't love flan?
There you go.
Other people.
Alrighty, lots and lots
like
of
flan.
resubbery going on.
I don't like flan.
Flan. Okay, so you had all, after examining closely the dollhouse in the children's bedroom upstairs in the attic, you had discovered that it is an exact replica of the house. On closer inspection, the two younger Mildwood children had discovered that there was, in fact, a secret door in one of the rooms across the hallway. You went to that exact place in the house and found that the dollhouse was indeed telling the truth, and you discovered a secret door with a small, tight, winding circular stairwell. As the adults were discussing the options, Gemma, followed closely by Octavius, decided to just head into the stairwell and head on down. At which point, Daddy Douglas said, "Oh crap, the kids are going down, I better follow them." Big Uncle Seth says, "Well, I guess if you're going down, I better do as well." And then Trip was left at the top, going, "Oh, I'll bring up the rear, I guess." So that's kind of where we're at. So we're going to lower ourselves down. Now, once you get to the bottom of the stairwell, and I'm about to move you guys there, once I've positioned the map. And again, for chat, we are using dynamic lighting, which means our players only see what is like visible for their characters. By the time you guys have gotten to the bottom of the stairs, you will notice that it is pitch black down here. Unlike up top, there are no torchlights. There are no fireplaces. It is dark as pitch. I don't believe any of you have the ability to see in the dark. So...
Or correctly, I think we grabbed the torch right before we...
one of you, and that was what I was going to ask.
Jane
One
did.
of you did, and I didn't remember who grabbed
Pretty
it.
sure Jane did.
I think it was Gemma for sure.
Okay, alright. In that case, then, we're going to go ahead and assign some dynamic light to Gemma. Alright. So now, basically, there is Gemma's torchlight. Actually, you know what? Let me do something else here. Let me change that just a fraction. I'll do 10 and... I'll do it like this, as it's a torch, because I think this looks better. There you go. Gives you a little bit more light up close. Alright, so yeah, you've all kind of come down. So let me describe the scene to you, and kind of exactly where you are and what's going on. So the spiral staircase ran from the attic all the way down through the house, and indeed below the house itself. From the moment you kind of emerge through the stairwell, you can hear faint, inaudible whispers somewhere in the distance. You can't really tell which direction they're coming from, but there are muffled voices, almost like quiet whispers. The area down here is a little tighter than what you're used to upstairs. The ceilings upstairs on the first floor were about 10 foot. The second floor was almost 12. The third foot was 8. Down here, in the basement, they're about 13 feet. A little taller, but fairly tight and narrow. The walls are smooth, carved stone. Ahead of you, you can see a junction. The room, or the corridor, stretches, and will... if I'm... Oh, come on. Yep, it's a 5-foot wide corridors, and it shuts off to your left and to your right. Now, again, for chat, you're seeing a bit more of the map, but for our players, they're really only seeing what their actual characters see. So as you can see here is what Gemma sees, because she has the torch, and if we go back behind them... you can kind of see that they're seeing what Gemma's seeing because Gemma is in front of them and indeed has the torch. So that's why they can see what they can see. Okay. Gemma, you're in the lead. There's room for 2 of you to stand side by side at most in these tight corridors. So yeah, you can turn left or right, or in this case, north or south.
As they come down, I'm not going to be speaking, but I start doing hand motions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to point this way because I see some kind of picnic table or something. And then I'm going to gesture, follow me this way. Yes.
Okay, hang on.
And as I'm walking behind Gemma, I'm clutching her little cloak that she has on.
Alrighty.
I am clenched close.
Gore, is there a way for you to just lock the dog on my token?
It's
hard to see in the dark while we're moving through this, and then I can just move mine. Is that a thing or no?
There is, I believe. Hold on.
Or we can just leave him off, and I'll call him when.
No, hold on. I can do a thing here.
Yeah.
Haven't done it in a while, but if I remember right, I can group these tokens.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
There, can you move them? Try. Oh, no. Okay, it only groups them for me then.
Okay.
Oh, no, now it moved him.
Did it move him?
He moved when you moved backwards, but then...
I do see the, rectangle around me, but...
That's apparently it's not working properly, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it's not maintaining the distance.
Yeah, okay. You can just ungroup it. I'll just...
Yeah, that's what... Yeah, I'm going to
later,
ungroup it because that's not working.
Yeah. I don't have his vision, so I can't... He's, completely black to me.
I can give you his... There.
Oh, there we go. Now
you can see him. Okay.
That would be easier.
So now you can kind of move him. There. Okay. Perfect.
Can I move him? Yeah. Okay,
yeah, you should be able to. Okay.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Sorry.
Back in character.
Okay.
As I said, I'm clutching the cloak of Gemma. I'm so scared. I'm not in it anymore. God!
Sorry.
My immersion.
I didn't want to lose my doggy.
All right. I'm going to slowly start tiptoeing this way, quiet as I can, stealthily.
Okay. You get to a 4-way intersection. Now, there is indeed illumination coming from a chamber ahead of you, but there are tight turns to your left and right.
Okay. I'm going to look back and I'm going to go like this. Then I'm going to attempt to cross.
Okay. As you cross over, go ahead and give me a perception check, if you will, please, Gemma.
Okay.
Do.
I didn't know if I needed to stop.
Okay.
7.
As you cross over, Octavius, you can give me a
Yes.
perception check, please.
Okay. And Jane, on my end, your volume's a little loud. It sounds like it's peaking a little
too
bit.
loud?
Now it's
Yeah,
gone a
it's
little.
just-
Yeah, I messaged
Yeah.
her and said it was real low to start with, but now it's
Yeah, you're
gonna
peaking just a little bit.
How about now?
perfect.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, perception.
Yes, please. Mr.
Here we go. I'm probably not paying too much attention. Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. Alrighty. And again, everybody be responsible for moving your tokens where they're going to be, and keep up with your group unless your character is deliberately staying behind.
Rolling a double digit would be so fun on this game.
I'm
You
gonna
don't have
look
those
into
on
this
your dice, I'm
room.
pretty sure.
Okay, I'll give you the description of that room.
Okay.
Before I do that,
I'm only rolling a D9, is that right?
Trip, give me a perception check, please.
Skills. There we go. P for perception. I've learned the alphabet. That's my character arc.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Not bad.
Well,
There was going to be a 1 for a second.
you know
It's
what?
close.
Because you don't have the vision now. I'm going to say you might have caught a glimpse of it just before she moved forward, but I wasn't going to let anybody else roll because Jane's gone too far ahead with the light, so nobody else could see it if they wanted to. Okay, Trip. You noticed a small plaque on the wall here and a small plaque on the wall here. Like little metal plaques that probably had words on, but you didn't really have time to truly pay attention to them. Because Gemma's got the light source, and she's now so far ahead that you can barely see back here.
Yeah, I'll make a mental note of that, but I don't want to
Okay,
stop the flow at this point.
sure. All right, Gemma. Ahead of you, the room contains a plain wooden table flanked by long benches. Moldy humanoid bones lie strewn on the dirt floor. In the middle of the south wall is a darkened alcove. And beyond that, you can see that there are exits to your right and straight ahead. As you kind of get to this room, 2 single torch sconces flare up to illuminate this area. But only this area.
Weird. Okay, yes. I'm going to be very intrigued by the bones all over the floor, and I'm going to step in to take a look at them.
Okay. They are indeed human bones in various different states of decay, but clearly they've been here a good while.
Okay. I'll step in further. I think I see some stairs. And I'm going to motion to everybody else this way, and then I'm going to start walking this way.
Okay. You wander into the chamber, and you're approaching this alcove over here. Okay. Yeah. So everybody else, once you enter the chamber, you get pretty much the same description as I've already given, so you know what it looks like.
Would the torch
Steph-
here come out of the sconce? Sort of.
It will if you want to take one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab
Okay,
this.
hold on a second then. Let me get you a torch. I'll move you just for a fraction so I can get this torch out here. Okay, there you go. You now have a torch.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Douglas,
These are like support beams, indeed.
Okay. Yes?
they're going like a bat out of hell.
I know. I'm trying to keep up so we don't lose them in the dark.
But they don't seem to. I think they'll miss us. You know. I mean. Oh,
Well,
there she goes.
I don't want to lose them. Okay, just keep going. I'm just gonna keep.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we?
Down some stairs.
Yep. You go down a small flight of stone stairs into another area, which, again, ahead of you is another set of stairs going down and a corridor to your left. And again, for chat, this is kind of what they're seeing.
I glance down that hallway, but ultimately decide I want to go this way, and I just wave them.
Okay.
Gemma, we're traveling awfully quick here.
Right. You're going into an area where you can start to see kind of like multiple alcoves, but there is illumination inside those alcoves, it would seem.
Okay.
This mouse is giving me fits today.
What?
You glued or something?
Pretty much. Yeah, he's hanging onto the back of your... Okay.
All right.
As you wander into the next area, so a 4-foot diameter well is in the center of this room, with a 3-foot high stone lip. A wooden bucket hangs from a rope and pulley mechanism bolted to the crossbeam above the well. There are numerous side rooms here. In fact, there are 5 side rooms and another set of stairs in the far corner going up. The... Let's see here. Yeah, that's... glancing from where you are, it looks like each of the alcoves is some kind of small guest chamber occupying a bed and a chest.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go towards the well because that sounds interesting to me.
Okay.
Look in.
It is incredibly dark down there. You can see only maybe 2 or 3 feet. You shine your... The torch will at least kind of give you an indication with a little bit of reflection, letting you know that somewhere down there is water, but it's too hard to really kind of gauge how far down, unless you want to give me a successful survival skill roll.
Sure, I will give you a successful survival skill roll. 12.
You're guessing somewhere between 15 and 30 feet is as close as I'm going to give you.
Okay, I'm going to say, Octavius, throw something down there.
I don't want, it looks deep.
I'd like to know how deep.
Okay, then you do it.
Yes, find a rock.
I'm gonna look around. If there's not one in my general vicinity, I'm not going to get one.
There's not.
No.
What?
Yeah. This is not really a cave. This is a basement.
Open up your
so there's not
backpack and find something small that you don't need anymore and throw it down.
What if there's a ghost in my backpack now?
Open your backpack.
I don't want to.
Octavius!
What?
Never mind. And I'm going to get my own backpack and rifle through it. So useless.
Maybe a please would have been helpful.
It would not have been.
Doug.
Yes, Seth. What is it?
Can ghosts go in your backpack?
How would I know that? I don't know where ghosts can go.
Ask your son. I mean, he's
okay. Octavius, can ghosts go in backpacks? Is that something that can happen?
I'm gonna turn while still holding Gemma's cloak. I'm gonna turn and take a quick little step up to Doug. Ghosts can go anywhere, and turn back around and clutch close back to her.
I think that's a yes. I don't know. I think they're real spooked. So let's just.
They're spooked.
I'm spooked. This entire time, Whiskey has had the nub tail tucked firmly between his legs, his ears drenched back, and he is very much kind of like acting in a low, cowering position the entire time.
I think we're all pretty scared, and that's okay. So it's okay to be scared.
You gotta understand. I mean, I can't punch ghosts, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your kids are scaring me.
You know,
Both of
they
them.
I understand because they know a lot about this stuff, so it can be a little
No,
intimidating.
no.
But I found some of their literature lying around, and I understand it. It is kind of scary and intimidating. But don't worry, it's all in good fun.
Brother, you gotta understand.
Yes.
Gemma has never scared me before. Octavius, well, he's weird, but he never scared me. This is different.
Okay, I know
Them, your children.
She's been studying
Aha!
this.
A copper piece.
See, she's excited.
Okay.
She's excited. She's been studying for this.
I chuck it down.
She's
the
trying.
well.
Okay. You go bloop, bloop,
Yeah.
and you hear it hit water down there. It didn't take too long to get there, but it wasn't like instant. So
Is there
again,
like a pulley?
backing up.
Is there something to pull a bucket? Okay.
There is indeed in the chamber itself. As I said, there is a rope and pulley mechanism bolted to the crossbeam above the well.
I'm gonna go. Trip, will you please pull the bucket up?
Trip is like standing there with his rapier pointed vaguely at the darkness, just like, what? Oh,
Are we sure we-
And then like, it's like a pulley system. There's like a lever you have to turn.
Yeah, it's basically like a hand
Crank,
wrench.
Yeah. Then I'll start cranking it up, and I'm also like holding the torch and sword in the other hand, like I'm somehow gonna use the sword while holding the torch with it, and like, okay, I'm lifting your bucket, Gemma. I hope you know what you're doing.
I know precisely what I'm doing. Thank you.
And what exactly is that?
Yeah.
They're just doing?
Finish with the bucket, please.
Okay, we're all kind of a little
Getting a little bit cold in here, and I don't like the draft.
So, a
Okay.
bucket.
How's the bucket gonna help there, honey?
Haven't you read the stories? A bucket
No.
has helped many people.
with warmth per se.
Haven't you heard of the story of Trent Woodsman?
Well, of course we all have.
The song I was
Every single
learning,
one
yeah.
of
Trent
us.
has sung me a song about Trent.
Yes,
Buckets
yes,
are
I
important.
vaguely
It's all
remember
important.
that one. Okay, so what's gonna be in the bucket?
I'll show you.
Hopefully
Lift it
not
up.
dogs. It should be coming along pretty good here. I've been cranking away for a minute.
Yes, what's in the bucket when we pull it up, Gore?
What's in the bucket?
Okay, who is pulling it up, incidentally?
Trip.
Is he doing that? I heard Gemma telling people to do stuff, but I haven't heard confirmation that anyone's doing it.
I've been cranking.
He did it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, there's water in it.
All right, yeah. So I take out my flask. It's for water. I'm thirsty.
Perception check for, let's see, I would say the three. So for Octavius, Gemma, and Trip, give me a perception check.
Oh,
Okay.
my lord.
Y'all are pretty close to the well and the water.
Yeah.
Shit is nasty.
21.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, 23.
Yeah.
11. That's double digits, baby.
You got double
It's true.
Okay, well,
All right,
in
step
this
one.
case, that's actually a good roll. Because
Oh.
you don't
God.
want to smell this stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Piggy well.
and it would make sense because you are further back from the well than the other two.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as Gemma and Trip kind of, lift up and examine into the bucket, as soon as you get it, a terrible, stagnant stench goes straight up your nostrils. If you two would not mind, if it's not too much to ask, I'd like a con save from you two, please.
Damn it.
The difficulty is only 10.
So Matt couldn't roll it. But...
Nice.
I didn't need it from Satch.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Matt I didn't need it from. So, it is foul, to be sure, and... but you both managed to hold on to your lunch that you had a day and a half ago. No
Okay.
one is forced to hurl at this point.
All right, here's a question then. Would we
Uh-huh.
know if this is the smell of just old stagnant water, if there's something more to it, like something rotting at the bottom.
So if you want a bit more information, then I would ask you to give me another survival skill roll.
Okay.
I've also been curious about that.
Yeah,
Might
I bet
also
you
do
would.
that? 'Cause I don't dress as well with the dance.
I bet you would. 7.
Okay.
Woo,
Well,
wow.
Gemma, you've never really probably smelled water this stagnant to know. However, Trip, being a little bit more kind of out and aboutsy and a little bit more woodsy, yeah, this doesn't smell like the marsh water and stagnant water you've smelt before. It doesn't just have a musty smell. This has an altogether pungent kind of decayed smell to it.
Rotting, yeah.
You know, maybe like some kind of really unpleasant kind of like proteiny soup that might have gone bad maybe a couple of decades ago.
Oh, Gore.
People soup.
Give me another perception skill roll as you are kind of paying this much more
People
attention to it.
Yum.
Let's see, Trip and 11. Okay, you do notice that there is something floating in the bucket.
Oh.
There we go.
I'm gonna take it off to the side, just put it on the ledge and hold my torch over it so I can look.
Okay, there is a piece of tattered cloth that's kind of like just wisping around in the bucket.
Eh.
Looks
gonna
like it
drop
might
the
have been a
bucket back in
shred
the
of
thing.
clothing of some kind.
Yeah, I'm pushing the bucket then. I'm letting it fall.
All right,
It's going in.
What was it? Is it okay?
No, it is certainly not okay.
I take back the whole drinking the water thing there.
Here,
Seems-
I'm just gonna hand you my water skin and be like, this one.
Thank you.
Something died in there. Something that wore clothes.
So while this is going, Doug and Seth, are you just observing, watching the kids play with the bucket of water, or are you doing anything else?
I am staring at Gemma and Octavius intently because they are scaring the shit out of me.
I am also, I'm kind of scanning around to make sure there's no other suits of armor coming to attack my children, but I'm more just kind of guarding them, I guess.
Right. No, other than this, it all seems fairly quiet and innocent. As I said, you've got the 5 alcoves here, 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 and here. All seemingly the same, and then there's the stairwell over here.
Okay.
Might I suggest we move on, maybe to an
Yeah.
exit? You know, Gemma.
Why did we come down here? What?
We need to find Walt.
Right.
Well, he's
Okay.
not here. Walt, nothing.
Why-
See, he's not here.
I wonder
He's
why there are
probably
so many beds down here.
Probably a ghost.
Yeah,
We gotta-
each alcove is pretty much identical. It has a small single bed, and then a foot locker in each chamber as well.
Okay.
Well, we did promise those children we were gonna help them. So let's
Let's all check out a foot locker.
see if we can
Everybody-
find a ghost baby.
Everybody
Not all
split
at
up into
once.
different rooms.
No, actually, I'm going to keep an eye on you while you open yours here. And
Correct.
Okay. I'll go in and
I know we were all
Check it
kids
out.
and
Okay.
it was all tongue in cheek, but do you not remember anything from Dad's Ranger Camp at all?
Ranger camp.
Always have a buddy.
It
camp.
That's
was-
for sure.
I did promote the buddy system earlier and nobody wanted to use it.
I did. I
We
always
were
do.
all- we were
I know
all
you did,
buddies.
Dad.
Okay.
Octavius won't leave me alone, so I guess he's my buddy.
Okie dokie. You come over here and look at the small. I say small. It's a fairly large footlocker. It does have a padlock on it, but the padlock looks pretty flimsy, to be honest.
Okay. I'm gonna take my foot up and hit it really hard, smash it.
With your foot, it's not that flimsy.
Oh, okay. And look at it like, does it look like it could just be cut real easy?
It's a metal
Okay.
padlock. It just looks like if you was to beat on it enough, it might come apart.
Okay. I'm going to turn around because I don't feel like doing that. Octavius,
What?
can you open this?
I don't want to.
What is wrong with you right now?
I'm gonna take a step back behind Gemma again.
Open up the
No.
damn.
No.
Hey, now
Dad!
we don't use that kind of language.
He
to
won't
each
listen
other.
to me.
Okay, let me help. All right, I'll do it. He's a little scared, and that's okay. All right, we'll open this up, no problem. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the. What do I have some daggers, so I guess I'll take my hilt of my dagger and try to
Bash
jam
it?
and like pry it open. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and, if you will, give me a strength save. Just use your go ahead and
Strength
click
save.
that. Yeah, just give me your strength roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the hilt of the dagger, you start belting on it. With a good couple of whacks, the padlock kind of like busts down and
See, if you
spins
wedge
open.
it in from this angle, and then you pull back. See how I'm doing it? You see how I'm doing it, kids? Okay. For next time, just kind of get in there.
He wonders where
Okay.
I get it from.
And I open it.
Okay. You lift the lid. Inside, there's not a whole lot in there, but it does contain a black leather eye patch with a rather nice cornelian sewn into it, like a semi-precious gem.
Okay, well, there's this. Is this what you need, Gemma? This is kind of cool, right?
Well, sure.
Okay.
Strange oddity and curio, but
No ghost babies in here. so
as you
we'll
kind of reach in to pick it up, however, you notice that laid flat beneath it, kind of piece of paper rolls up at the corners, and you realize that somebody had laid a piece of paper flat down in the chest and put this on top. As you pick it up, it kind of rolls up, yeah.
Well, I'll pick it up and hand it to Gemma since I famously cannot read.
Okay. So, Gemma, what you
What do you make
have
of this?
is a rather curious piece of paper. Let me find the correct handheld for you. Okay, here you go. Let me edit it and put it in Jane's journal because she can see it. Okay. On closer inspection, it appears to be a list of names, descriptions, and then some rather unpleasant footnotes.
Okay, so I start reading through it silently first,
Okay.
and like you see my eyes get like wider and wider, and then I look up at them like, this is not something we should read.
What is it?
It's a list of names, what they look like, and how they were killed.
Oh.
Killed.
Is Walt is Walt on there or
Walt is not on here. No.
okay. Well, maybe we put that in our pocket here in case any ghosts are
Why did they outline this? This is quite strange.
It's almost like they were keeping a log.
in case we run into
I'm gonna
a
keep
ghost,
this, Dad.
it
I'm gonna
might be
keep
good.
this.
Yeah, so we're familiar with our ghost friends here. We can kind of, introduce ourselves and give them peace with their death and try to appease them somehow by having this information. That might be helpful.
Great.
What-
And I
what-
stuck
what
stuff in
kind
my
of-
pocket.
What kind of deaths were outlined?
Well, probably like old age, diabetes,
here's one
heart
of
attack, heart
a young
heart
woman.
disease is very high on the list.
Well, here. Oh, this one's interesting for a middle-aged, dark-haired woman. It says we tried tranquilizer this time, not as gratifying.
Oh,
Another one says young girl begged to know over and over. Mr. Durst asked she be tranquilized. I said no. Another one says screamed profusely, cried out loud when we killed his fiancée in front of him.
So they did the killing in the list here.
They
the,
did the
the
killing
list
on
of
the
writers
list.
are the killers.
Yes.
Are you going to let anybody
murderers.
else look at this thing, or are you just holding it tight and reading off of it?
I'll probably hand it around. People want to see it.
Yeah, if it's being handed out, I'll take
Okay.
Yeah. It's quite brutal.
Yeah, I mean, for chat's sake, the first entry is a Breda and Duralgo.
The very last
Vanistor.
one's interesting. Very last one says we terrorized her first and then killed her. Still no effect. Do they have to be truly innocent?
Oh.
That reminds me of the other note from Elizabeth Durst.
That's exactly like the other note.
Yeah. And again, so for chat, it basically says there's two. The first two are Breda and Duralgo Vanistor, a young woman with auburn hair, a young man with corn-colored hair. It says screamed profusely, cried out loud when we killed his fiancée in front of him. Then there was a Salmia Barlow, young girl, blonde hair, common, begged no, over and over. Mr. Durst asked she be tranquilized. I said no. Heinrich Durovich, a middle-aged man, grey hair. We killed his son first. Gratifying cries of despair. Robert Durovich, the young boy, 6 years old. He struggled and begged for his father to save him. Next one is Pauletta Ferendam, middle-aged, dark-haired woman. We tried tranquilizer this time, not as gratifying. Jeffrey Krieger, old man, 60s, grey beard. We tried an old one this time, but still nothing. The last one, Helena Konovich, 5-year-old girl from the village. We terrorized her first and then killed her. Still no effect. Do they have to be truly innocent? So glean whatever clues from that you may be able to. And if it's something that you're freely kind of willing to show around, then I'll put it in all players' journals so you can all look at it anytime you want to.
Goody.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Can't wait to comb through that later.
Octavius would love to.
It's
but
a bad
not right
read!
now, I guess.
Oh boy. Okay.
So yeah, that
Come on.
is what you've discovered in that alcove.
Okay.
Well, now we need to know what's in every other one. Then there could be some interesting notes.
Gemma, no.
What?
Douglas, I'm sorry, but you're the father. You should step up.
Dad,
I
Dad,
am-
please open the next chest, please.
I am.
Jim?
We have to find out what happened to these people. This is terrible stuff.
They're all dead. There,
Yes,
I solved the mystery. They're all dead. Walt is dead. The little boy in the note is dead. They're all dead. Everyone.
Yes,
We
I
need to
know.
just go.
You saw those little kids up there. That we promised
No,
them we would.
Who are
help them.
dead? They're
I'm
dead
not-
too. Everyone's dead.
I'm-
Nothing we can do. There's just we go.
Seth, you gotta calm down. We're
No,
gonna
we're gonna drink some booze. We're gonna get out of
No.
here and go home.
You can't stop running from problems, okay? We have
This is
we
not
have
a
to
problem.
deal with
No,
this.
we're gonna
This
go
is-
outside and set the house on fire and then go home. Go back through that mist crap and just go.
You can go. I'm not leaving my children. I will not.
I will. Let's just carry the children and go. They're small and diminutive. I can lift them up.
I can hear you, Uncle Seth, just so you know.
I'm talking loudly. I'm talking for everyone to hear.
Shh. There's whisperings here.
Yes, you're gonna make the ghost mad. We're gonna try to solve this
Just make the ghost
and-
mad. Yeah,
and-
okay.
and give them some peace, right? Don't you want to do some good for someone other than yourself?
I want to do good for this family, and that is
Yes,
getting them out of here alive. Not
we are. It's everything's under control. We're doing just fine, and you just stick close.
Dad, the chest.
Okay, I'll deal with you in a second, Seth. I'm gonna run over and try to get in here and do this one. Same thing.
Okay.
From their strength.
No, if you've busted open one successfully, I'm going to say that you've got the
Okay.
knack.
Sorry,
You've got the
kid.
knack down.
Let's try. Cheater.
I perceive.
You gooser.
I do an investigation.
There you go. I want to perceive the chest first.
Yeah.
All right. This one contains an ivory-handled hairbrush with silver-tipped bristles.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's
Can I have that, Father?
nicely kind of
We're not
engraved
taking
and
things.
ornate.
Well, let me just
What
look
is
at
it engraved with? Or can
Just
I...
just kind of like
Oh, just
twisting wood, like
Gotcha.
twisting patterns and stuff like that.
I thought you meant a name. Okay. Is there
No.
any papers?
No,
pinned
that is
underneath?
all that is in this one.
Okay. Just a brush in this one. Just a lonely, nice brush.
I'm gonna take it from him. Be like, oh, very nice.
Okay. Remember what I said? We're not gonna take things if we don't have to.
I got it, and I'm gonna
That's
put it
not
in
really going to be useful.
put it in my pocket.
I don't
Okay.
think. I don't think that's going to be useful for anyone. Okay. I kind of eye Seth, kind of apologetically as I walk past him, like I
Oh,
don't really want him.
I'm totally scowling at you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
I felt it.
Yeah, Douglas walks by.
Sorry. Gotta do
Okay.
this, my kids. Okay, I go into this one.
All right, this one contains a very fine short sword. The short sword has had something done to it, something weird, however, because the edges of the short blade are incredibly shiny. In fact, it's almost two-tone. It's like there's the rim around the edge of the blade, where the blade kind of like goes from being straight to the pointy part all the way around where the angle dips to create the blade itself. The sharp aspects is all.
Oh, this is very interesting.
This is a
Dad,
very unique sword. I've never seen something like this.
let me have that. I don't want anyone to use it until I've taken a look at it.
Taking all
Let
of
me
the
have that. Let me have
priceless
this. Give me that.
belongings.
Give me this.
And I assume there's nothing else in any of these. Will you tell me if I need to like?
Yeah, I would let
Look
you know
around
if
a
you
little-
see
Okay.
anything else. Yeah,
Okay.
much like I did with the piece of paper.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't think we should touch that. I think we should.
Oh, trust
probably,
me. Put it in a cloth. Put it in my backpack.
Okay. I'm gonna take. On the bed, is there like a pillowcase or anything?
There is what was in the pillow is pretty much decayed down to nothing at this point, but the pillowcase itself is still intact.
I'll
You
take
just
the
about
pillow.
could put a short sword in there at an angle and kind of roll it up. That would work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll do that. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm trusting you with this. Just want to make sure we leave these here before we leave when we don't need them anymore.
I don't know if anybody's making notes that they're finding these things, but you
I
might
hope
want
so,
to.
'cause
I am.
Because if not,
Okay. Perfect. Oh boy.
I do not pertain to remember all this for you.
I didn't see the note. The note's got some imagery involved as well, and I'm appreciating that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Jane.
So that's 3 of the 5 alcoves that you've investigated,
Let's head over
leaving you
to
the 2 northernmost alcoves.
the next ones.
Yeah, I'm basically prancing over there.
Okay, I'm
Like,
just
really excited to find out what's in the next
Carefully-
chest.
What's in the
all right.
box? What's in the box?
I'll open this one up as well.
Okay. You're going in there and opening that one. There is an interesting leathery, kind of a dried, leathery looking pouch. In the pouch is 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces.
Okay,
Wow.
well, this is just money, so we're not going to rob them.
Okay, we won't. And I'm going to take it and put it in my bag.
Okay.
So,
Oh, boy,
as
come
you're
on.
doing that, then Douglas, I'm gonna make an assumption,
Mhm.
and kind of the way you're dealing with it, I'm not really gonna say you're gonna pay much attention. But Gemma, give me a perception skill roll.
Ooh, will do. $18.
Yeah, so I pointed out that it's kind of a strange, dryish, leathery-looking pouch.
Yeah.
One side of the pouch has kind of got some strange lines running all the way through it.
Mhm.
You know, kind of like you'd find on the palm of your hand.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going.
And the other side kind of
Oh,
has got,
God.
more smoother,
Okay, I dump out the coins into my hand and I like toss it back in real quick.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
And
Oh
you
my God.
quite
I just-
basically you realize that what they did was they took the skin
Oh my
of
God.
somebody's hand,
Mhm.
cut the fingers off, sewed up where the fingers would be, and the wrist part is the entryway.
Very
It's a
resourceful.
handbag.
Seems
Classy.
Handbag.
Oh my God. Does anyone have any alcohol or sanitizer?
No, probably Trip might.
Sanitation won't be invented for another
Trip, I just touched a bag made out of hand skin.
Oh,
gross. Don't lick your hand until you touch some kind of like pine wood or something to get rid of the
there's-
smell.
I wish the water was not disgusting.
I wish it wasn't full of dead bodies, and I'm like petting the dog.
all right. Let's just get the last one done here.
Okay.
Go in. Do this one.
Alrighty. You bust open that one. There is a small piece of folded black cloth in the bottom, and there's 3 small lumpy things inside the black cloth. And the black cloth doesn't look like it's an actual container, more that it's just kind of folded cloth, but it's folded over and around something.
Okay, I'll
Some
take my
3
dagger
somethings.
and kind of try to knock it around a little bit to open it
Okay,
up.
you knock it around a little bit. As you do so, it kind of starts to unfold, and 3 small gems kind of roll out of it.
Okay. Just some gems here. No big deal. Just totally innocent gems that probably don't mean anything and don't need to be taken and put in your bag.
3 gems for Gemma. Please wrap those up.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of take my sword and put them. It's like,
Thank you, Father.
okay, these are gonna come in useful for getting us out of here and then leaving them outside in the mailbox
Maybe we
before
can
we go.
bribe the
Of course,
ghosts.
Father, of course.
Yes, okay, just as long as we agree on that.
Of course.
Okay, and okay, so all done. Can we go now, please? I think Seth is
Alrighty,
getting
so
pretty upset.
other places of interest in this room is obviously the entryway that you came in, but there was also another small flight of stairs in the top. And again, for anyone joining chat,
Down or up?
goes up.
Okay.
Anyone joining chat or players don't see what you see; they only see what their characters can see using the dynamic lighting.
As Gemma,
The
Octavius.
it's worth noting that the stairwell going up is only a short flight of stairs, and it goes up to kind of like it's about the same length going up as the one you came down into this chamber.
Got it.
It's not like a stair that would be tall enough to be like leading up out of the basement.
Okay, got it. I'd like to go this way.
As Gemma and Octavius passes by, I'm just like taking care of the dog, who's clearly not happy, just like me.
Yeah,
It's
the
okay.
dog
Risky, it's
absolutely
okay.
has to be kind of coaxed along every step of the way.
Oh,
Okay, come on, everybody. See, we're on our way out now. It's all.
oh
gonna be
no,
good.
don't worry. It goes down from here.
Oh, okay.
We might find Walt down here.
There's probably an exit too.
Everyone, hurry up.
Okay.
I was being quiet earlier, but then Seth already yelled, so now it doesn't matter if I talk.
As from behind Douglas, I'm kind of pushing you along. Like,
All right,
if I feel like you're, like kind of not aggressively, but just like, come on.
I'm trying my best here.
It seems like you're just letting him get away with anything.
They're not getting away with it. I'm supporting my children. Okay, you don't know anything about that. It's a difficult job, and I'm doing my best.
There's several things this way, but this one... Let me see. Give me a moment. What's this? A door?
No, it seems to be just part of the corridor.
Trip, do you want to be first, or do you want of our little group? I cut you a little bit, but I didn't know if you wanted to be.
I was kind of walking in the group, but as they start losing you, as you two are bickering, I'll probably just push ahead to keep
Okay.
you guys going.
Okay.
along.
I just didn't want to be in the wrong order if you wanted to go.
Give me a perception skill roll, Gem.
Okay. I'm trying to go down that hallway, but I don't seem
Just-
to be able to.
Just Gemma.
You can as well as soon as you're down here.
I'm if she's down there, I'm down there.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yep. Seems to be a
Okay.
doorway. I mean, just a wallway at the bottom there.
Oh, it doesn't look like it goes anywhere.
No, I mean, there's a solid wall there.
Okay, then I go back up and I turn this way.
Alrighty. Up this little flight of stairs into yet more twisty-turny corridors.
Jeez. Oh, I see that this leads back to that room we were in.
That does indeed go back to that other room above
Okay.
you.
So I go.
There were a few
Ooh.
corridors north of there that you bypassed, and then
Ooh.
this seems to go down to a rather interesting chamber.
I stop there because I see maybe somebody sitting, and I just freeze and I stare at whatever this is.
Okay, glancing into that chamber. The room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles around the walls. A wide alcove in the southern wall contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man with a voluminous black cloak. His pale left hand is resting on the head of a wolf that is standing next to him. In his right hand appears to be a smoky grey crystal orb.
So it looks like a statue from here.
Uh-huh. An incredibly well-carved, detailed statue.
Okay, I'm going to say, brothers, father, uncle, we seem to have stumbled upon some perfectly made sculpture. And now I'm thinking about the last sculpture we ran into, which tried to throw our baby brother here.
It wasn't so much a sculpture as an actual suit of armor that just woke up and did things.
No, I'm quite scared that this thing might wake up. Do you want to go look at it? I find it very interesting as I start inching closer.
I don't think we should do that if you
I
literally just said
I
what could
actually
happen.
need to know what it is. So I understand what could happen, but I
We all know how the kids don't
Anyway.
understand the difference between need and want.
Please avoid the skeletons. Oh my god. This is insane. It's so detailed.
Whoever carved this was clearly incredibly gifted at their craft.
All right, now that I'm much closer, does it still look like a statue?
It does. As I said, I mean, it's made of wood. It's a wooden statue, but it is painted so that it has all the
Okay.
details of, the paint, of course, at this point is cracking and grayed and drab. It doesn't have the vibrant colors that you can imagine it probably once did have. There's also a exit at the southern end of this chamber. And again, in its right hand is on the top of the wolf statue, and in the left hand is this big kind of smoky gray crystal orb that he's holding like
Okay.
this.
I'm very interested in the orb.
Okay.
And now I kind of look scared and like my face, but I'm still approaching because I'm too curious.
Alrighty.
Emma, please be careful.
I want to know what the orb is.
It's just a statue, honey. There's nothing there to.
Okay. I get very close and I look at the orb.
Okay. You kind of peer at it. It is not carved. This is not a painted wooden ball. This is an actual crystal orb of some kind.
No.
Should I rub it? Like I've seen.
Is that what you do?
What do you
with
think,
them?
Trip? Should I do it?
I don't think you should touch it. I really don't think you should touch it.
What if something happens? What if we get to see the past?
But what if you die? And you'll be the past.
It's a good point.
I feel like the past right now.
Okay, I'll take that with the grain of salt that it's gonna need. No, I'm more concerned. What kind of room is this?
looks like some kind of death chamber.
What kind of else might happen to
Very
You know, a nice, pleasant death chamber.
Why
do you
you're
still
familiar
have,
with that? I
do you still have Miss Durst's letter as it was?
I do. I'm gonna rifle through my bag.
The word unwanted fiend didn't seem to carry as much weight. Obviously, a fiend would be unwanted, but perhaps, now that I'm looking at the architecture of her house, your advice on dealing with the unwanted fiend, maybe it was the wrong fiend? I don't know. I'm starting to think that this is worse than I had previously imagined, and frankly, I've seen some pretty messed up stuff. Like I saw a brawl where they were just using pots and pans to murder each other.
This seems worse than a
This
brawl
is worse than
with
a brawl
pots
with
and
pots and
pans.
pans, yes.
very good. Yes.
And I guess what I'm trying to suggest is maybe leave the glowy ball thing alone.
You make a good point, but consider
No.
this.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab her and pull her away from it.
Stop! I start getting angry. Like, let go of me, Trip.
Okay.
I want to do it.
Calm down. Let's not do
I'm like pulling really hard, like
I'm gonna try to get myself in
uncomfortably
between
hard,
them.
like towards
Oh.
the statues, pulling.
Okay, so Doug, you're gonna like try to separate them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get in between and separate them.
Gonna grab the orb.
Please, just everybody calm down. We gotta work together here. Remember?
The entire
And
time,
working
Seth's just
together,
over
you
there
won't let me
going,
do what we should do.
We shouldn't touch that. I'm pretty sure that's not anything we should do.
But what if it shows us something? It's very, very important to me.
How do you know it's going to show you something? Why would you think that?
Because of this! And I reach my hand out as fast as I could and
Oh no!
rub it.
okay. You reach out and place your hand. Are you like
God.
cupping it, like putting your hand on it, or are you more like
Yeah.
just finger tapping it?
I fully grab it and rub
Okay.
it. Oh God. Oh God. Please be fine.
Alrighty. Well,
It ain't gonna be fun.
cold.
God damn it.
Cold chills run through your body when you lay hand on it.
Okay.
So it's like you touch it, and it's like, and it's noticeable. You see her kind of shiver. Give me, because you are a budding wizardo. Let me find this. If I could just get a mouse, I've got to change mice.
Oh my god, that would be such a good Where's Waldo variant? Where's Rosaldo?
This is just being a dick now. My mouse, it's starting to really fail me.
Where's Rosaldo?
So dumb, Shaggy.
1 second.
Yeah, not your best work.
No. I know it's
It's really cracking him up though, which I do appreciate.
I don't know why I find that so delicious.
All right,
I don't know why.
give me an Arcana knowledge roll,
Okay.
please.
Arcana. Here we go. My passive is 16.
Well,
Ooh, that's
Um,
better.
Okay.
Wow, very
23.
you
Genius.
get a weird, not just feel chilled, but almost like that strange feeling. You know when they say like it felt like somebody walked on your grave?
Mm-hmm.
You felt kind of really weird and icky, kind of like almost unclean or embarrassed. Like that one time when you were like having a bath and Octavius opened the door and walked in on you. You remember how kind of like shameful you felt, like someone was looking at you and shouldn't be? It's that weird kind of feeling.
Octavius, ew.
You gross.
Looks like you're
It
not
was
my
just
real
an
sister,
accident
so.
when Octavius did it. But you still remember how weird it made you feel.
This is a plot point for a very different kind of campaign.
What are you talking about, Jane? What was that a reference to?
Oh, a book I read.
Oh, a book.
Yeah, Gore, we didn't put that in our family backstory.
Hey,
Is this
it doesn't
canon?
matter. It wasn't something
canon
that...
now.
It was just a thing that at one point she was having a bath and he opened the door and was like, oh! And she just felt really kind of
That's if she works on
ashamed and like, vulnerable. And that's kind of the similar sort of feeling.
And then Octavius yelled, "There's shark in the water."
It's acid!
I'm gonna. Okay, I let go and I go, "Ooh." I'm gonna back up.
All right. Now, while
you
that's
okay?
all going
You
on,
shouldn't touch that.
your dog is growling and barking inanely at something.
Oh
Oh,
my
Oh,
god!
that?
Whiskey, what's up, bud?
What is
What's going on?
that?
God
What
damn
is
it.
that? Oh my god!
Okay. Emerging up
Ew,
from the
ew.
skeletal forms are two kind of black, darkened, shadowy, wispy shapes that start to shimmer and rise out of the ground where two of the corpses are. They have, although they're not solid, they're clearly corporeal. Where their eye socket should be is kind of like slightly glowing red as they emerge, and they're like all kind of weird
Let's
and
go.
issy
Okay.
as they begin to move towards you.
I told you.
Oh my god!
Shit!
Guys,
Everybody, just
Can
back,
we
back
start
up.
running?
What do you guys
Everyone-
want to do?
I'm gonna insult them.
The dog is like losing its shit at him.
Okay.
I start running.
I'm gonna do the one thing I know how to
Okay,
do. and
Gemma,
insult
show
the
me
guy.
where you're running to. Move your movement rate in whatever direction, if that's what you're doing.
I would go this way. Back the way I came.
Okay, so,
I'm right behind her.
all right. And if you're gonna bolt, let's just say it's fair that you could get to here, and then you can decide where you want to go. So immediately,
Wow, that's far. Okay.
Seth. Well, these are only like it's 5 foot per square.
Damn,
right?
we're gone.
So
wow.
Seth,
I touch it
Doug,
by.
you're aware of the two smaller kids basically just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
bolt out the door. What is your reaction? What do you want to do? The dog is still growling and barking, and these things are clearly coming like directly towards you, like in a very aggressive kind of outreached way. And they move pretty quick too. They also rose up out of the floor, letting you know that clearly solid objects are not a thing that they worry about.
Yeah, I mean, knowing full well that the kids are running away, but if we did it, that would set a bad example to Doug. I'm going to put up my dukes in a defensive held action and ready to punch if it gets in my range.
Okay, so you're going to basically square off.
And I'm going to be
toe-to-toe.
like, damn kids.
Okay. Doug, what about you?
I am going to go shoulder to shoulder with him. I'm going to protect the pathway where the kids ran so that
Okay.
they can't get through, and I'm going to draw my bow.
Trip, what do you want to do?
Similar. I'm just gonna kind of back up a little bit behind Seth and have my sword at the ready. Be ready to insult these guys.
Ready to insult them.
Yeah, I'm preparing. I'm rifling up some thoughts.
Alrighty.
Oh
You
my
know.
god.
Well, in that case, the three of you that are engaged with these two things, you can go ahead and give me initiative rolls, because it'll be relevant.
Wow. Cool.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my lord. Thank
That was
God
so
somebody can do
bad.
something. We were not ready for this fight. We didn't want this fight. We didn't start this fight.
We're
All right,
already
so,
terrified.
Let's take
Seth
like,
on a one. Doug on
Damn kids.
4.
Oh,
Can we roll to know when we could do something as
Trip
well?
17. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
you two roll initiative just so I've got it
Okay.
on the order. Should you decide to come and get back involved in this at any point, then we won't have to
I-
break in the middle of it to.
That ain't up to me.
Your best roll yet.
Okay, Gemma would be on an 8. Octavius would be on a 16. Okay. You know, because fun things happen. All right. Righty-o then. Let me find this real quick on my list. Okay. Let's give them a roll and see where they're going to be.
Try to beat a 1, huh?
Oh, they can't not beat a 1. They didn't beat it much. Okay. Yes, the two hideous creatures are moving towards you at a rather unpleasant rate. And with that being the case, let me go ahead and do this.
Okay.
Jeez.
There we go. Okie dokie. So, out of you guys, Trip, you will get to act first. What do you want to do?
So...
Those in the hallway, seeing as Octavius is pretty much going on Gemma's kind of coattails, I'm going to ask you guys what you're doing when your point of the initiative round comes up. Okay.
Checking to see, 'cause I think it's a full action. I think, yeah, it's a full action. So I'm gonna have my sword out and ready to basically protect myself, but I'm gonna peel out and look at the one in front of me, I guess. I'm gonna tell him, you know, for a full-grown ghost, he's a little less developed than the other two we saw, and those were children.
Okay. Is that a spell or
Got
a
him.
thing that you're doing?
Yeah, it's a vicious mockery.
Okay, that's what I
Oh,
figured.
hold on.
What if he said no? What did she say? What if she was like, nah? I just
That
wanted
was
to
just
say that
something
to
I
him.
wanted to say.
I just wanted to tell them they were lame.
Alrighty.
It's always something to do. You can always talk, so
Okay, let me give it a wisdom save.
You gotta block that 1 damage, you know?
Right?
The damage is less important than the effect.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the DC for its wisdom save would be 14. And it failed that, so it
Yes.
takes 1 point of psychic damage.
It
But
feels bad.
it's
it
one
also has
insecurity.
disadvantage on its next attack roll, which is, I gather, what he's talking about with it being the effect is more important. And I agree. Okay. Gemma, what are you and Octavius going to do?
I, seeing as we were running, I looked left and right, and then I just bound this down this way. For how I don't know how big these corridors are.
Okay. Each square is about 5 feet.
Okay, so we can go our full action. So
Yeah.
I don't know how many squares that was already.
You were here. No, you were here. So you've gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This would be 30
So
into this square
we
here.
go 60.
You can go 60 if you're dashing, yes.
I'm look around.
You want okay, so you're going to run into this chamber. So let me give you a description of this chamber before you kind of like,
Okay.
you know, and if you choose to tear right through it, that's your choice. Okay, the door. There is a door in the southwest corner of the room, an actual door, the first one you've seen down here. There's basically there are 2 chandeliers suspended on the ceiling that are kind of like illuminating a simple chamber. With a table in the middle of the room, 2 high-backed flanking chairs with an empty clay jug and 2 clay flagons atop sit side by side. Iron candlesticks stand in 2 corners, their candles long since melted away. There is also an exit here, and as I said, there is a door here.
Okay. I see something terrifying that way, and I'm feeling, I guess, shameful right now. So I go this way and try to go through this door.
Okay. The door kind of goes all weird and like as you try to open it and touch it, it goes all jello-y, like really weird, like like you grab the handle as if to turn it and nothing really happens. It like just twists and warps and molds in your hand.
That's weird.
What are you
Do I know
doing?
what the,
Open it.
I can't open it. You try.
No.
Okay.
Do I
Back to
know
the
what that means? By the way, like, do I understand?
I'll give you an arcana knowledge, a knowledge arcana roll on
Okay,
it.
that is so weird.
Oh, see this friggin' thing. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm having major mouse issues tonight. I've got to
Get
swap
some
this mouse out.
cheese.
It was just I couldn't unmute fast enough. Try to get her some cheese.
Okay.
Thanks,
Quite
Dave.
honestly, this is nothing you've ever really come across before.
Okay.
But clearly, the door is not made of wood, although it looked very much like wood when you looked at it initially. I would go as far as to say that you're fairly sure that it is not some kind of spell effect, but it clearly isn't something altogether natural either.
Okay, I don't want to be near that.
Okay.
Here.
Back in the main chamber, that's what you guys are doing. Doug, you and the shadows are basically going at the same time. So what do you want to do, Dougie? As always, whenever a player and a monster tie... no, sorry, not Doug, Seth. No, Doug. Yeah, Doug.
Doug. Yeah, Doug.
Doug.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever a monster and a player tie, I always give the initial action to the player.
Okay. Has this one reached? He's not going to reach Seth yet, right?
On their turn, they will.
They will. Okay.
They
and I
will
get to go
reach you.
first. Okay.
Yeah, but you're
Okay,
acting
I'm-
before they do.
Yes, I am going to pop a hunter's mark
Okay.
because I have that now.
Yes, you are a level 2 ranger.
So there's that.
Okay, which one? I'm assuming
On
you're
the
popping it
one-
on this one.
It right in front of Seth. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to nervously fire an arrow at it.
All right. And I'm going to mark this thing.
Oh!
Very nice opening shot.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
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 Natural 20!
Damn.
All right. First natural
God.
20 of the night
But will
goes
it
to
hit a
Crispy.
ghost?
It will hit a ghost. It better.
So
Well,
let's
that's a
go
D6.
ahead.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Give me a second, and I'll tell you. So you'd add a d6 to that for the hunter's mark, which would be
That's
separate.
so crazy.
Can I do that now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yay.
Nice.
Alrighty. So what I'm attempting to do here. Oh, that's why, because it's set to direct lighting. Okay. We're gonna give this a grainy 10. That's how we know he's hunter's marked. Alrighty. So you plug him with the arrow. So here's what kind of occurs. The arrow does indeed strike the creature. But it really doesn't do quite what you really thought it would do. It was the perfect shot. You hit it like probably right in the eyeball. Okay, so you did the blow itself. There was the flash with your kind of arcane hunter's mark, so you know you definitely got the effect of that. But you would have expected it to have done a lot more than it really did. The thing is still up, but when you hit it, it kind of shimmered and like started to fade a little bit, to the point where you know you heard it, but not as much as you really thought it should have been with a blow like that. I mean, you couldn't have, you know, it was the perfect shot. You lined it up with perfection. Okay. It is their turn. Okay. The one that you would like to think is injured comes forward and attempts to reach its arm over and swipe into the body of your brother Douglas.
I mean, Seth.
Yeah, your brother Seth Douglas. Sorry. Alrighty.
Yeah, that hits.
Okie dokie.
Disadvantage.
No, that's not the one that-
That's the other
Oh,
one.
it's not the one? Damn it.
No, afraid not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's trips.
Okay, you take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
That did not feel good. It felt like literally something reached
Wow.
inside your very chest
Yeah.
cavity and drained the energy from your life, basically.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Jane.
It's all good. Also,
You didn't run.
it really zapped the
Oh my
strength
God.
out of you as well. Your strength has
Oh,
gone
no.
down by 4 points.
Get out of there.
We're in this shit now, aren't we?
Welcome to
No,
the
run.
house.
Run.
Yep.
The other one.
I
Gonna-
did hold my action. Can I punch it?
You may indeed. Actually,
did.
well, if you held your action, you should have gone first.
Okay.
Because, well, no.
No, that's fine. I mean, doing it after makes sense too.
Well, no, because
You were anticipating them.
Yeah,
in
shouldn't you get two?
in the first round? Yeah.
held actions don't go over into the next round. So, you kind of bowed up ready, but your initiative on this goes after them.
Correct.
So it wouldn't matter in this case. It would have only mattered if you beat them on the initiative, and then you'd held the action to when they got their turn. So, but I've got to roll the one that's attacking Satch. I think that's going to hit too.
A disadvantage, though.
Disadvantage though.
Yep. So I'm re-rolling that one,
Hopefully.
and with the disadvantage, he misses.
Oh, that's a miss.
So there we go.
Nice.
Cool. Good thing I
Good
got
job.
the names.
That very much helped you. That vicious mockery certainly did help you.
Whew.
And also, while I wanted to go ahead and do this, because Crispy rolled the first natural 20, here
Yeah,
are
who
all the
believed
people
in
that
me?
won gold. Nobody!
Oh no! That's
So
what you
that's what
get,
you get.
chat.
Oh my
That's what you
god.
get.
All right,
That is what you get,
Douglas,
chat.
it is, sorry, Seth, it is now your turn.
Okay. I was going to do something until I took so much damage, so I'm going to use my bonus action to use one of my moxie points, which is much like key points for the monk.
Yep.
The brace up, which basically allows me to get some temporary hit points, bolster myself. So it's a 1d6 plus
Plus
2
your
plus
level 2.
3.
And your
Yeah.
constitution. So it's 1d6 plus 5, and that's how many temporary hit points you gain. So
Six.
you get a 6 temporary hit point buffer.
And then as an action, I'm just going to punch the little bugger.
All right,
Ugh.
swing at it. 16.
Yeah.
You hit it. Alrighty. Well, once again, striking this thing, when you hit it, you feel a little bit of kind of like force resistance, but your blow really kind of like swipes all the way through it. However, fortunately, it had been so severely rocked and damaged by your brother's arrow that
Oh,
Thank you, Dougie.
wipes it out and it fades out of
yeah.
vision.
Oh
It's
my
gone.
god.
Yeah. Thank God it's right.
Yeah, I took it out.
Cuthbert, I
One
mean,
down.
Cuthbert.
Oh,
Oh,
ouchies.
Good jobby. Okay.
We're just over here having tea.
Your
What are we
dog
doing over
is
here?
aggressive towards these.
Running.
I will.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
to
you
the
that. I was
point
waiting
where
for my
it will
next turn.
attack if you tell it to.
Yeah.
It's been cowardly up until this point, but now it is scared, angry.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah. So if you want it to attack, you can have it do so.
Yes, I'm gonna say whiskey. Attack.
Second boy.
Sick.
Okay.
Right.
So yep. Do you have your stats for your puppy
Ooh. Actually.
written anywhere? If not, I can tell you what they are.
You went muted, Christy.
Yeah, because I'm typing.
Oh, okay.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
I'm loving
I'm typing
Okay.
it.
Yeah, he's got a bite.
Yup.
Uh,
Yeah, he's like the mastiff or whatever, right?
hit 1d6 plus 1 piercing damage. Is that
All right. Yep. It's, what's his to hit roll?
to hit roll. Why is that? Oh, plus 3 to hit.
Okay, yeah. So D20 plus 3 to hit and 1d6
Okay.
plus 1 bite.
Gotcha.
There you go. Come on, puppy.
Come on, puppy.
Do the bite thing. Do the bite thing.
Bite.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
He gets him a big
Nice
mouthful
roll.
of shadow.
Okay, and then it's a 1d6 plus 1. Bites 4. Ooh, nice.
4, okay. Half that. So does 2 at least. Yeah, these things have kind of resistance to a lot of things, so that's
Yeah.
why your damage doesn't do as much. But not everything. Okay, Trip. You're at the top of the back to the top of the round. What does Trip want to do?
Kind of more of the same. Because I only have one spell left, and I'm gonna need it to cure my uncle here, who just about died. So, yeah, look at him in his gloomy red eyes. I'm gonna tell him, well, it's a lovely color, but it's just not quite the right shade.
Okay.
Oh, thank God I'm not the only one with a bad joke tonight.
Oh my god.
The more attractive one died, so, you know.
Alrighty. Fails his save, so he's going to take
nice.
3 points of psychic damage.
Such an insecure ghost.
And once again, is at disadvantage. Good deal. Okay, Gemma and Octavius, what are you doing in the
Yeah,
next
Gemma,
door
what are we
room?
doing?
Stop it. I turn
Right.
around and I'm like, where's everybody? They're supposed to follow me because I ran.
I did.
I know
did.
you would. Come
I did.
back. And I'm mad and I start stomping back this way.
Okay, I'm right on your
Are they?
heels.
I ran. They were supposed to run.
I did.
Okay.
All right, you hightail it back towards the other chamber, only to realize that, yeah, they did not, in fact, follow you at all. In which case, Douglas, you are next.
Okay, I get to
Could you
move.
shutter me really quick?
I can shutter you really quick. Give me just a second.
I think some people in the party need to use the little.
I'm okay. If Satch
Okay.
needs to go real quick, I can wait till the battle's over. So my hunter's mark moves, right? So I can put that on the new. Once I've killed something, is that how that mechanic works? I believe?
So basically, yeah, Hunter's Mark, you choose a creature you can see within range, and do damage to it.
Yes, I'm gonna move it to the.
You can use a bonus action, basically, to move it on a subsequent turn to a different creature. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it on the new.
All right.
fella.
Well, I won't turn him green. We don't need to, because he's the only one
Okay.
here. So we know he's got Hunter's Mark on him.
Gotcha,
Okay.
Okay. And then I am going to. Oops, wrong tab. I'm going to
So, yep.
shoot him.
All right. Use the bonus action. A 12. Well, unfortunately, that is just enough to hit it, because they do not have very good armor classes. So, yes,
Wow.
you strike it.
Ow.
Yeah, they only have a
and then
12 AC.
And then I get a d6 too.
You do. So roll your
Okay.
normal damage, which was a 12. Oh, hang on. No, the attack was a 9.
Damn it!
Sorry, I was misreading it. Sorry.
Damn.
I do apologize. Nope. The 12 is what you needed. So you missed.
I wasn't gonna.
I-
I was just like,
I caught it.
The numbers just like I am.
Sorry, I caught it.
Damn it,
I
damn
caught
it.
it before it became a thing. So
Okay, all right.
never mind. I apologize. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
so I
get for
do
misreading it. But all right, yeah, the arrow will. Will it hit? Ooh. Give me a percentage dice roll and tell me if you roll 25 or less. Well, you don't
my
tell me.
God.
I'll see. Roll the dice.
Excuse me? Where do I get a percentage?
Oh my god.
Just
Right.
D100.
1D100.
Oh, the
1D100.
D100. There it is. Okay.
You fool.
Okay, nope. The arrow flies kind of way over these statues' heads and goes and breaks on the wall. You didn't accidentally shoot the statue, although you kind of come close. Okay, just to think.
know.
Right, the remaining
I know.
one, because of how I like to do these things, this thing is kind of...
Oh, come on.
Does Whiskey get a bite too? Does Whiskey get a bite?
he will.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't know if
go
he's
ahead
on-
and let Whiskey go now. We'll use him on your
On
turn.
my turn?
That
Yeah,
makes
I-
life easier.
It's gonna be more confusing if
Yep.
I don't. So.
No, I'm going to roll randomly to see which of the three is going to attack. Whiskey,
Damn it, Whiskey.
does not get us.
Damn it,
Alrighty.
Whiskey.
As three of you are engaged in combat with this thing. Actually, no, Seth, you're not yet, are you? You haven't
I'm
gone
Douglas.
yet. So in that case, I'm going to do one D4. One or a two,
Seth isn't-
it will
you
try
haven't hit
to
anything?
kill Whiskey.
I was
Three
punching the
or
other
a
one.
four,
Right,
it will
right.
continue to try to kill Trip.
Okay.
Whiskey. Okay, sorry, Whiskey.
Oh, Whiskey!
That's disadvantage.
It does have disadvantage, yep.
Because we love.
So the first one would be a 13. Is that a hit on the puppy or a miss?
It
What's
is a
Whiskey's
hit.
AC? Okay,
It's
then
got a
let's roll it
12.
again. Roll it again and see. Also,
Oh my
unfortunately,
No!
Whiskey took the
Whiskey.
blow for Trip. Whiskey is going
The
to
dog.
take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And Whiskey is going to whimper as his strength also drops by 4
Ooh.
points.
Ouch.
That's so bad.
What is Whiskey's strength? Does it have it? Did do.
13.
Okay, yeah, he's still... So he's down to 9. Which means his damage is no longer +1. It'd just be a straight D6. Okay. Seth, you're up now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything special, but punch twice. Once action, once bonus action.
Okay.
Using my fisticuffs,
Your special punchy thing.
albeit weaker. So
The first
that's-
fisticuff will miss. The second fisticuff will also miss.
Oh my god.
All right, back to the top of the round. Trip.
What kind of monster has to attack a dog?
Right?
Oh,
One that
low
likes-
life.
Likes to suck life out of puppy dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loser ghost.
You doing the same thing? Vicious
I'm
mockery?
just gonna continuously string up more insults at him
Okay.
until eventually, maybe it won't work. Oh, it's
run button.
phone starts casting it. Oh,
There we go.
There we
Ooh,
go.
Potentially
Nice.
4 psychic damage.
Okay.
so this one hit home.
And it fails again, so it takes
Nice.
4. Good. 4 psychic damage.
I kind of feel bad for him now.
And disadvantage again.
It looks better with the bones. You know.
Okay.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
have the
there you go.
bones.
Nice to have. All right, Octavius and Gemma.
All right. I'm still angrily going back to see what the hell's going on. Like,
Okay, so 5,
and I
10,
go, "Are you
15,
seriously
20
fighting
to
this
there.
thing?"
Yeah, you can see them battling one remaining thing. So you're at
Okay.
20 there. So you have not used more than your regular movement. So you still have
Okay.
an action to do things if you want to do things.
I do. I throw out my hand really mad and go, "What about this?" And I cast a string of blue ice comes out of my hand. Or no,
Ooh.
what is it again? It's a
you're
spectrum
doing
hand
chill
kind of
touch?
thing. I do a chill touch. A hand just appears. Actually, that's what it is. On the ghosty, and I try to grab its heart and squish it
Go squish, squish, squish.
with
Squish him.
chill cold ice.
You're as cold as ice. Okay. Let's see. It will take 8 points of necrotic damage. And it can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn. However, remember that thing I mentioned about it had resistance to a lot of stuff? It also has immunity to certain things, and necrotic is one of them, so it does absolutely nothing to this thing at
horrible.
all.
Okay.
It did not phase it in the least, I'm afraid. But Octavius, you technically now could act if you wish, because your initiative was higher than everybody else's. So,
am I allowed to?
You can if you. I'm allowing you to.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. Like, because
I'm allowing you
I'm
to.
operating under different circumstances, so I don't know.
It depends. Well, let's just put it this way. It depends what you choose to do. Obviously, whatever you choose to do must stay within the parameters of that.
Okay, how about if I? Okay, then what I would do is I would kind of peek out from behind Gemma and pull my little hand crossbow out and pew, take a pot shot at it.
I would say that doing that you could do.
Okay.
Because you're not getting right now. You could do so without feeling in imminent danger yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So if you'd have run up to it and tried to punch it, maybe not. But yeah, crossbow shot, definitely okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. That I just go pew and then cower back.
Right. Yeah.
Behind.
Go for
it. Okay.
Lucky
Attack.
That will hit.
Okay.
And for half of that will be 4. Okay. It's
Cool.
definitely getting all shimmery and kind of translucid and weak like that last one was. Right before it went down. Which means it is now Douglas's turn, and then it is its turn. So Dougie, what do you want to do?
I'm going to
Dougie.
strike it with an arrow.
Close, but no cigar.
Son of a
Damn
bee.
it.
Whiskey is gonna strike it with his mouth.
Come on, Whiskey. Take him out.
Strike
You
with
can
your
do
mouth.
it, Whiskey. Whiskey gets a hit.
Okay.
That
That's
would
just
be
a
at
regular-
-1, but that would still, because of the strength, but that would still be a 12, which is enough. So,
Okay.
straight D6. Whiskey bites it for a point, leaving it
Great.
on 1 point.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Damn
It's
it.
almost
Damn,
destroyed.
Whiskey.
Come on, Whiskey. You have one job to do, Whiskey. It's its turn. Because it could have been taken
Too
out that
bad.
time.
Okay.
All right, now
Uh-oh.
it's got 3 targets. 1 or a
Yeah.
2 is Seth. 3 or a
Uh-oh.
4 is Whiskey. 5 or a 6 will be Trip.
No.
All right,
Disadvantage
Seth.
though, right? Okay.
Yeah, it has disadvantage.
Yeah, it has
Thank
disadvantage.
God. Oh my god.
Oh.
Jeez. It's gonna be another 20.
We don't want to be another 20.
Oh,
That's a miss.
That's
Saves the
lucky
day.
because I'm not going to say that he'd have still been standing after a second hit from that thing.
Yay
He
for
could have taken down.
bullying.
Could have come. Well, could have been close.
Oh.
You do have the extra hit point buffer that
Cancel.
might have kept you up. Let's just say I'm glad that we don't have to find out. Seth, want to retaliate?
Oh yeah. I'm still not spending another moxie point, so I'm punching it.
Oh my
lord.
God.
Oh.
And my bonus action punch. Okay.
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 Please bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
Punch the eyes out his head.
Just one.
You hit it for 7. Okay. Phew. And as you hit it, you're just surrounded by a brief cluster of mist as it disappears and is no longer here. Whatever it was, is gone.
I immediately hit this beam behind me and slump on my butt.
Okay.
What was the big idea trying to fight those things? I was running. You didn't even follow me. We should have gone this way.
I did.
I'm gonna run to Seth and I'm ignoring her and just kind of tending to him.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
There's no
okay?
visible wounds on Seth, but he just looks so disheveled and so drained and like,
I'm looking anyway to try to
Yeah.
try to do something.
I'm like right across from him. I'm just like, I've seen him like this before. You go ground your daughter.
Ground like
Punish her. She just nearly got us all killed.
okay. Yeah, you got
Do
it. Okay.
the thing you're supposed to do. This is what I was worried about going without mom. Just go be a freaking parent for once in your life.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lay hands. I'm gonna lay hands
I
on
love
him, and
this
I'm
family,
gonna
man.
drop a heal moderate. And then
Gemma,
Ricky wounds.
you
I can't believe you didn't follow me. We went all the way around, then we went into this jelly door, and I couldn't get through.
You listen here, young lady. You are going to sit down next to this skeleton, and you're going to think about what you've done.
I didn't do anything. You guys stayed and tried to fight things.
You touched the orb, and the orb obviously made the skeletons angry, and then everything came out. So
absolutely not going to sit down next to this dying this skeleton of a thing.
You are going to be just like that skeleton for how long you're going to be grounded when we get home. So help me. I'm kind of looking behind me to make sure like they're seeing me being really intimidating. I am very disappointed in both of you. Both of you.
I don't think you understand how this works. You listen to me right now because this is my element. I know what I'm doing. So does Octavius here, even though he's a little scaredy.
Okay. I will
baby
listen,
right now.
We have one. We need to make a rule. Everyone, listen. This is the new rule I am setting today. Is if you touch a spooky thing and make stuff come out to attack us, you have to stay and fight. You can't. We have to stay together. New rule is if you make a spooky ghost come out, you have to stay to deal with it. You can't.
If you see the smart one run away, me by the way, I am very intelligent, then you run away too because we can't fight everything in here.
Just like at home when we're cleaning up after ourselves, we do not leave dishes in the sink that get all crusty, and your mom, your mom hates that. When
Octavius is the one that leaves dishes in the sink. You know I do my dishes.
When you get egg on the side of the bowl and it just doesn't want to come out, everybody has to pick up after themselves, including here. Okay? Same rule.
Trip, you have healed Uncle Seth for 7 points with your magical touch.
So after this, I grab Trip's arm as he healed me and kind of pull him down towards me. Not as strong as usual, a little less strong. And I'd be like, remember that time we were lifting weights in Corthan before, the day before my fight, how I couldn't lift my arms the next day to fight and I got beat the hell up. You remember that?
Yeah, I had to actually con some people out of money to get us home. Yeah.
Yeah, because do too many weights, your arms are dead. Well, that's how I feel right now. And I give him this pleading, help me.
I'm just gonna see the bags under your eyes and be like, oh God.
It's like I lifted a cart off of a dying something, and I could barely hold. I'm still strong. I'm not the boulder. I'm like a large rock or pebble. No, not a pebble. I'm not that weak. And I'm gonna slowly get up again, leaning against the pulley.
Alrighty. Quick question for you, Seth. Does Brace Up have a duration or no?
It's temporary hit points, so it doesn't.
Some okay. Now I'll just double because there are some things that give a duration, but if not, then they last until they're gone or until you complete a long rest. So
yeah.
So you have them still. I wasn't sure if you short-handed the documentation or if there was one. Okay, cool. Yeah. In that case, then you still have them. Okay. Does anybody else need to take a quick short break? So after dispatching the 2 strange shadows, Trip administers some healing of a natural kind to his brother, or his uncle, sorry. And Gemma kind of, sort of got scolded by her dad. What do you guys want to do now?
I give Trip a big hug, bear hug.
It feels weak.
I think we should.
Wick sauce!
I think we should leave now. I think we've done enough.
Yes.
I think we are not welcome here.
Yes. Agreed. Yes.
And I think
we should. No, absolutely not. We haven't solved the mystery yet.
We should just leave a note saying that we couldn't do it. We're so sorry. R.I.P.
Dad, you give up so easily. It's embarrassing.
This
is very unlike Gemma, by the way, to talk like this. So.
Yeah. This is a dangerous place, and we are not prepared for this.
Come on, Octavius, let's go.
I'm speaking to you, young lady. I when your father.
Okay, yeah, she just wandered off.
I do too.
Okay, well,
the 2 kids just walked away from you, leaving you yammering behind them.
You're gonna think about it. I know you will, because you're gonna.
I want to go back to this room. Oh wait. Yeah.
So the kids have wandered off again.
I push after Douglas and
I'm okay. I'm just gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna
Kinda hanging my
pat
head as
Douglas
I-
I'm gonna pat Douglas on the shoulder and just be like, "You tried."
You did. You saw. I did try.
Okay.
Thank you, whoever is grabbing my dog for me.
Gemma, Octavius, the
And-
stairs
There's
out.
another skeleton over here.
Your puppy is clearly not feeling as well.
And
as
I
it
want to
would.
show you the
Yeah.
jelly door.
Jelly
no,
I'd like to show you the jelly door and the skeleton. And the chandeliers are quite nice.
Yeah, but that's not the exit's this way. Listen to your father. And me. Listen.
Pretty sure my father's dead. Come on.
Excuse me.
You're dead to me.
You don't talk like that.
What? Wait. Gemma,
Yes.
you just talked to your dad.
I'm just kidding. Obviously.
That's not funny. Here.
Come. Okay, go try to open that door. Just like Jello. And I'm going to point to it over there.
I'm gonna look down there kind of skeptically and be like, that's okay. I'm not a fan of Jello unless they're Jello shots. With Trip.
Might be a Jello shot.
No, it's
Go and
it's a door.
slurp it.
I'm not gonna be slurping a Jello door. It's really okay.
Well, Trip will be interested in it.
I'm gonna look pleadingly back at Trip.
Trip is going to kind of just be like, Gemma, you realize we had a serious problem there just now, right? You do realize.
Yes, that's why I ran
again,
away.
But you put us in danger.
That's what they can see for chat.
No, you stayed in danger. I left the danger, and you decided to
you
fight.
created the danger, though. You brought. The
You think I
danger about.
created ghosts?
I think through
what-
your course of actions, the ghosts were brought about.
all I did was touch
You're
the
being
little.
reckless.
Go check out the jelly door. It's really
Jelly door.
interesting.
Jelly
And I
I'm gonna
want to know
take this-
why.
I'm gonna take the chair and chuck it at the door, like.
Oh, so you grab one of the
expecting
tall
it to, like,
wooden back
clamor and be
chairs.
loud 'cause I'm pissed.
Okay. You swing it at the door. It hits the door. Kind of like sticks into the door somewhat, and then like slides down the door. Like didn't go through it, but it was partially embedded. As it slides down, initially you can kind of see a tear in the jelly surface of the door, but very quickly it kind of repairs itself, and then the chair hits the bottom, albeit much slower than it would have fell normally, and then just goes boom and drops out of the door.
Screw this house.
Altogether, just strange.
That's not a door. That's a.
There's a.
You can indeed see what appears to be some kind of body or corpse laying on the floor through the archway here into this chamber.
Trip. No, not you now.
No, I'm not running off. Like, please back me up on this. But if there's anything to inspect, this would be it. I recommend staying away from the jelly door. That thing is unnatural.
Yeah, you can make out what. Okay, now you're in the room.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
I'm
what you
gonna
can see
get the room.
totally. The room contains a large wood-framed bed with a rotting feathered mattress, a wardrobe kind of like up against one wall. The doors are slightly ajar. There is an open crate in the far corner that is like loaded down with what appear to be torches. There's probably at least a couple of dozen or so of them. As well as that, at the foot of the bed is a large wooden footlocker. Laying on the floor with a rope tied around its neck is a corpse. Your eyes kind of like, after seeing the rope, naturally kind of look up, and you can see where somebody had actually put the rope up and over one of the cross beams, support beams. And clearly probably was hung, whether they did it themselves. Position-wise, it's kind of just out from the wooden chest. Wouldn't have been too hard a stretch to imagine somebody standing on that wooden chest and being pushed off, or stepping off on their own accord.
I'm gonna turn around and see no one else there. I'm just gonna...
The clothing on the corpse looks, at one point, it would have been quite high quality. Although at this point it's kind of rotted and kind of tattered to some degree because of the age of it.
I'll crouch down and take like a closer look at the remains here and try and see if I can piece together any form of identity, or I don't want to like dig around in it, but like I'd probably like lift the cloth a little bit and like...
Okay. Yeah, it's been here too long to really ascertain who it might have been. But now you're kind of crouched down, you are able to notice, because you're kind of like, you'd be like right here, kind of like looking at it closely, that the footlocker is, the padlock on the footlocker is actually unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna lift the box open and take a look.
Alrighty. Well, inside the box are a few things. First of all, you find a neatly folded and yet still in very good condition cloak. A small wooden coffer that is probably about a foot long and maybe half a foot tall. It has a latch, but it is not a locked latch. There is a chainmail shirt in the corner of it. What appears to be traveling rations, possibly, but they are long since rotted. You can tell by the kind of packaging that they're in. There is a metal flask with kind of a... Sorry, not a metal flask, a glass flask with some kind of like strange amber-colored liquid. There is a bullseye lantern. There is a neat little kind of pouch that's kind of like got a couple of little clasps along the rim of it, like it's holding it shut. And a yellow leather-bound book. There is also a letter laying on the top of all of this, kind of just neatly folded and hashed. You can read on the, like, scratched on the top of the letter, it says, "To my children."
Muted. Such.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the letter and bring it back with me and be like...
Okay. I can go over all that stuff that's in there again if at what point you decide to go back to it, if you decide to go back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go back to the group with the letter.
Like there's supplies in there for, I guess, like an adventure kit, and this letter on top, and I'm gonna unfold it and look at what it says.
Okay. Are you reading it out loud, or are you going to read it?
I'm going to read it out loud so that people who can't read can...
Good deal. Well, as per usual, we have it in audio form as well as a handout. So let me pop the handout, and then once I've done that, I will play the audio. Oh! Where is it? There are so many handouts for this thing.
So many letters in this game.
Yeah, it's all letters.
I love it.
Like an alphabet.
Well, several of these are not canon. They are like added because they make shit make sense. If I can find them, give me a second. Okay, here we are.
Prepper.
Edit, and we'll put it in all players because... And then we will read it to everybody. So there it is. And here's what it says. For everybody in chat, we'll play the audio version of it, and It's just a little thematic. Okay. My beloved children, I wish I could do what all fathers do and tell you that monsters aren't real, but it would not be true. Life can create things of exquisite beauty, but it can also twist them into hideous beings, selfish, violent, grotesque, and monstrous. It hurts me to say that your mother has turned into one such monster, inside and out. I am afraid that the disease that afflicted her mind has taken hold of me as well. It sickens me to think what we have put you through. There is no excuse. I only ask of you that you try to forgive us, although I know I have no right to do so. I despise what your mother has become, but I also love and pity her. Rose, I wish I could be there to see you blossom into the strong and beautiful woman I know you will become. Thorn, Walter, I wish I could be there to teach you as you grow into manhood. I can't, there is no way. Goodbye, your father. Okay. There is the letter.
That was great. I honestly was expecting Nat's voice. I was like, it's a bit turning, but just have Nat recite it. That was really good though.
Great.
Okay. Yep. Take from that what you will. And
Doug starts to cry a bit.
now, so I would say that Gemma and Octavius, you're gonna definitely feel some kind of way because of that letter. Obviously, it was, it mentioned Rose, it mentioned Thorn, it mentioned Walter, but Rose, at least should I say Gemma, you're going to feel pretty sad at this point. And I would say inherently that you know that letter was obviously written by your father, and or a father, and that is who is laying dead on the floor in front of you. That is the corpse. He clearly took his own life. And Octavius, you're also going to feel kind of very, very melancholy. But you're probably not going to quite understand exactly what happened as much.
That's what I was going to ask, yeah.
Okay. But you definitely know that it was something to do with your dad, but you haven't drawn that conclusion yet.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna push through Trip and be like, no, and I'm gonna run over here
I'm
and
gonna follow.
kneel.
Okay.
Kneel down by the corpse.
Yep. Again, somehow instinctively, you know that it is the corpse of Mr. Durst.
Yes.
But you can't help but feel incredibly sad, almost as if, like, what was that weird thing you just said? Oh, my dad's already dead! Careful what you wish for.
Oh my god. And I just kneel over and say, this was Mr. Durst. I'm sure you gathered that by the letter. We should lay him in the bed, please.
What do you mean?
I'll do the same thing I did with the other two and wrap the blanket. And...
It's the children's father. Our father? I'm confused.
Well, I'm right here, honey. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that.
What? Why would you say that?
I don't know. I know you're my dad.
I know I yelled at you. I'm very sorry. I love you kids so much. I just want to make sure you're safe. I'm gonna try to reach out to her to try to hug her.
So did he. He wanted us to be safe.
Right.
He doesn't know who you are, honey.
I'm just
confused.
gonna
You've never,
go up to Douglas and like pat him on the shoulder and just be like, the two from earlier, I think they've come along. I'm gonna point at
What
the
do you-
two kids and be like, they're here.
Oh, in their backpacks, you mean?
For all intents and purposes.
They're hitching a ride.
Oh, okay. How do we get them out?
Sure. Other than
Can you
if
can
we
you
bring
insult them
peace.
maybe? See if that.
I've only read like books skimmed really on how to do exorcisms. I've never really looked closely at the things that Octavius reads.
Oh, this footlocker is also open, by the way, now.
Yeah, it's got like some stuff in it. I'm gonna kind of like pull out the yellow liquid that might be piss. I'm gonna,
It's kind of a little
and
thick and viciousy to be piss, probably. But yeah, to just go over it again. So there was the folded cloak, small wooden coffer, a chain shirt, the rotting mess kit, the flask of amber vicous liquid, a bullseye lantern, a little pouch with something in, and the yellow-bound leather-covered book.
You said there was a mess kit in there?
Yes, but it contained like iron rations and that sort of stuff. So that's all rotted, but there's still like a metal cup and some cutlery, and the pots and pans are still there. But there was at one point some food with it, but that is kind of like gone bad and tarnished everything. So it would need a good cleanup before it was safe to use.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna try to just kind of scoop up Gemma and Octavius and okay. Why don't we head back out of here, guys? I think this room is maybe upsetting you a little much. I know the thought of losing your dad can be very upsetting. Seeing this completely other dad being harmed it definitely would bother me too. So why don't we
I
go
want the coffer.
to
What's in the coffer?
it's just his
It
stuff.
looks familiar.
It's a small wooden coffer. It isn't, as I said, it's got a little latch on it, but it's most just a pop key latch. It's not locked.
I don't think we should go through his belongings.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is probably what the guy would have wanted, is for the kids to have whatever's in the box, given that the note's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and open the coffer.
Okay, in the coffer are 4 small vials of liquid. However, they are clearly marked. Well enough to let you know that these are, if labeled correctly, 4 healing potions.
Oh, thank goodness.
Kind of like all nestled neatly inside the little box together and padded.
I'm going to go ahead and close it and be like, healing potions in this one. Maybe I should hold on to it for...
Yeah, that's good. Yes, keep that, Trip. Good job.
Yeah,
I think that's one thing we can take in. I think they'd understand. I don't think they would get too upset. They are ghosts after all, so they can't heal. So I think it would be fine for us to have those.
Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, for mechanics, that's 2d4 plus 2 if you drink one. Is what it heals.
The pouch. What's in the pouch?
I'll go ahead and just be Gemma's hands on this, I guess.
Okay.
I'll take a look at the pouch.
You unclip the little clasps. Inside, at first glance, it is a lot of thin, strangely shaped, long pieces of metal. And then you're like, oh, I know what this is. This is a lockpit set. This is a set of thieves' tools.
I'll just kind of not nonchalantly, not like openly, loudly taking this kind of thing, but I'm just gonna like kind of put it to the side, like I'm forgetting about it, and hold up the little flask again with the yellow liquid that I'm not sure about, and be like, Douglas, do you know what this one is? I'm gonna hold it out for him to look at it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, while he's looking at it, take the lockpick and put it in my bag.
All right.
Yeah, sure, I've seen these before. Let me
If
just...
Douglas is not really trying to watch you, keep an eye on it, I'm going to say you can pull it off without a problem.
No, I'm pretty out of sorts.
If he
so.
was in any way suspicious, I'd say make a sleight of hand roll. But no, you're able to palm the thieves' tools into your jacket or whatever quite easily.
Thieving children.
Don't take them to a store.
Little klepto kids.
Klepto kids.
Kids.
Okay. So you want to look at this Vicus amber liquid.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of like a fairly tight, kind of like twist and pull stopper to it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly made so that stuff doesn't just, it doesn't easily leak out. But it is glass.
Okay. I'm going to try to open it so I can give it a little sniff.
Okay. Give me a survival skill roll.
Ooh, I haven't survived.
Seeing as you don't really have any, you probably don't have Arcana or anything like that, but...
I'm a survival boy.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's got a faint familiar smell. It smells a little kind of like lamp oil, but not. It's a little bit more kind of acidy and potent smelling, and it's clearly not as thick, and it's amber, not kind of dark colored. With a 23 and an 18, I'm going to say you can probably figure out what this is. This is probably a flask of alchemic fire. It's a Molotov cocktail in D&D terms.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look around at my children and then slowly put it into my pocket.
Oh well.
Well,
What's good for the gander?
I'll leave a note. I've got this, and then I'm just gonna quietly.
Okay. So the only other things in here is the neatly folded cloak and the bullseye lantern and the suit of chainmail. Because I think Trip, you already took out the leather book, right?
I hadn't yet. I was.
Oh, okay. Then also a leather book is still in there.
Gravitas. I'm waiting on the book. It's spooky.
Books laugh.
Yeah, I was gonna hold up the chain shirt and be like, does it look like anyone's size?
It's the size to fit an average man of, average fairly robust man.
So either of my dads?
You only have the one again.
It would fit. It could fit either one of them. It would be maybe a little snug, but it would fit them.
I'm gonna hold it up and be like, after everything we've seen today, would either of you mind wearing this for my peace of mind?
Why would that make you have? Why would that give you peace of mind to wear someone else's clothing?
It's a chain shirt. I'm gonna shake it. It's like it's armor.
Oh,
Chinky, chinky, chink.
Of course, yes. Maybe Seth, you.
I kind of need to.
Okay.
Around?
Now's a good time for this to happen.
Oh, great.
Uh,
The phone ringing in the background is.
Yeah.
That is weird. I'd not noticed that before.
Yeah, I was like, who's got an old rotary phone?
Yeah. No, it's like
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh boy.
Okay.
God.
Never mind,
Out
I'll take the shirt. I'll take the shirt.
of the wall emerge two
Oh my god!
hideous
Oh.
things. They kind of pop out of the wall, like as if the wall had been caked over, like somebody had deliberately tried to obscure this area to the point where it wasn't solid. Like there was actual alcoves here, and maybe these things had been kind of bricked in or wedged in. Kind of a strange, because as they kind of break out, it looked like brick on the outside, but it clearly was very fragile as it kind of busted as they push out of the holes. I can go ahead and...
How fast are they doing this? Because I want to get out of
So
here.
basically, you'll see the upper bodies go, and break out first. They don't like leap out like da-da! Here we are undead. Let me.
I
They don't
wish
do us-
you would.
That would be funnier, huh?
That would be great. Can they have top hats and canes?
Yeah. Mr. Peanut.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my undead gal. Okay. There we go. So one of them is kind of dressed like in female garb. That would be this one, like wearing a blue dress. You know who was wearing a blue dress in the last painting that you saw? Mrs. Durst. This one looks kind of weird and gnarly, and altogether not exactly with it. The Mrs. Durst one that's dressed like her, as I said, it busts out, and it's like... and looks at you. The other one is like, oh. They're only halfway out the wall at this point, so everybody, you can tell me what you want to do with your action before they can do anything.
I'm gonna scream clear back into the other room and try and push my way forward because I don't want to be in the middle of this. That's awful.
Okay.
That'd be the end of me.
This one is so confused that while it could take a swing at you, it doesn't. So go ahead and do your movement and get yourself where you want to be.
All of us, or just
Just him first.
okay?
All right, who wants to go next?
I want to grab.
This is not indicative of what your initiative will be, but every one of you will get to do an action before anything else happens.
My initial reaction, if okay, I'm going to grab Gemma and Octavius's like collars, like the back of their clothes, and I am going to yank them back towards Seth
Okay.
into this like I'm going to pull them with me as far as I can.
Are
Gotta go.
either
Time
of
to
you
go.
going to attempt to actively fight against that, or are you just going to reluctantly be pulled?
No, I was gonna happily go back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, if Gemma's going back, then Octavius is as well.
All right. So you're going to
I don't know how far we could go back. I was
gonna
gonna go here.
Yeah, I'm going to go I can pull them as far as I can. So you tell me where.
Okay, yeah, you could pull them like to here on the other side of the table for safety.
Okay.
All right.
This
That
one's gonna
leaves
come with.
Uncle Seth. Where's Seth going?
I am going to this table behind the table, and I'm going to actually begin to lift the table up
Nice.
to like hoist it like a
Yeah.
makeshift barrier.
Yeah, if that's happening, then I'll
Okay.
join in that.
It's heavy, but
Oh.
it
Push
feels a
it.
lot
It's still
heavier.
strong.
It feels
Yeah.
So it feels heavier to you than it should be, but it's still not so heavy that you can't manipulate it and kind of like pop it over and turn it on its side or whatever if you wanted to make like a little wall. Okay, so
Could we push that up to the opening? It looks.
That's
about
what I
the
would be
size.
doing.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
push.
okay, you want to like wedge it up against the
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
make a
Barricade.
Yeah,
barricade.
prop it like a barricade. Yeah.
Barricade, do you?
prop you like a
We'll sing.
barricade.
I like my song better.
So many songs tonight.
Let me see.
Ooh, Barricada.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I think I've got a on its side table somewhere that I can use if I remember right. That might be the only one, but you know what? It'll do. We'll just say that these get brought along for... Oh, no, it won't, because it's got that stupid crap on it. Hold on. I had one at one point. There it is.
I drew a table.
Ha! Oh, no.
Beautiful.
Don't do that. I don't need that.
Get her.
There.
Perfect. I mean,
Nice.
it's a circle, not a square, but it's fine.
It'll do.
Fix it.
Getting a little
If you'll just give me
Photoshop.
20 minutes to open up Photoshop and just build it real quick. Okay.
I got time. It's fine.
Alrighty. So yeah, at this point, they fully break out.
So
Into the
pushing
chamber.
Yeah, we're gonna help.
It's very clear that if we just leave this there, they're just going to push it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Or climb over it. Remember the ceilings here are 13 feet tall.
Okay, because we have it kind of in the center, not at the bottom, because that's where our hands and weight would be again.
Okay, so you're actually like picking it up and running it and holding it in place. Okay, fair enough. So there's a gap
that's more of
underneath
our
it
top.
and above it.
Yeah.
Fine. Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna want my rapier like over the top so I can like poke.
I'm gonna
Okay.
help Seth brace it, basically.
Doug, stand on a chair so you can shoot down.
Oh, that's what I tried to do. Stand on a chair.
Okay, yeah. You got it?
Okay, yep, you can stand up on the chair to give you a height over the top of it. I like that. Very
I
smart.
got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hold the table as best I can.
Okay.
And aim and shoot.
Give me a second here. Okay, so here's kind of what happens. This one begins to just aimlessly wander around the room, picking stuff up and looking at it and throwing it to the side. This one has kind of come up here, glanced at the chest, scowls at the chest, and then kind of like looks towards you in your direction. Strangely and surprisingly enough, as decomposed as she is, she speaks. She says, "Oh, has come back to the house. Are you here for the ceremony? Has it started? Has it started, my dears?"
The ceremony's finished, actually. Great success.
And she kind of like glances at the bed, and at this point you see her jump up onto the box and disappear out of view onto the bed. You then see the cloth of the covers that you put over the corpse fly into view as she obviously flung them off the bed, and you hear her say, "You lecherous traitor! You deserve to die!" And then bones, a corpse with clothing shatters against this wall, like as she hurled the corpse of Mr. Durst against the wall. Moments later, she jumps back into view. While this is going on, what does anybody wish to do? If you were like lining up shots over the top of the table and wanted that to be ready to action, that would be fine. But anything else that you guys think you might have wanted to do while this is all happening, you tell me.
I was just preparing to say, I heard he cheated on you, but seeing you like this, I think I would have too.
Is that a vicious mockery?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
let her have it.
Uh,
Let her have a little vicious mockery.
Oh, not a lot of damage.
Okay, let me just pull her up.
I hear the phone.
I've never noticed that phone
I
before.
want to do a. Do you have the file for this? Because I could get an edit without the phone.
Oh, I could too. I just never noticed it before.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, it won't be next time.
It's around 520.
There we are.
Crit fail and get the shade thrown back.
Right? You know what? Let me go to this instead, because this is a better source.
Vicious mom curry.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see what you did there.
I'm stealing from Parkin's here.
Okay, here we go. Alright. DC 14, wisdom save.
She seems altogether unwise, belonging to this cult and such. So I'm banking on it.
Okay. Whoop. All right. Nope. She'll take a point of damage, point of psychic damage, and will be at disadvantage. It did seem to infuriate her somewhat.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And
Where's Walter?
what did you say?
I screamed, "Where's Walter?"
Oh, she says, Walter, why don't you go down even further and find out for yourself? Wait, is that you, Rose? Rose?
I just stand wide-eyed.
I suppose
No.
that worthless brother is there with you too. Is Thorn there? Children? Are you there, children? Who let you out?
You were the worst mom ever, by the way.
Ooh, good one. I'll keep that one.
You horrible little bastards, she says. At which point she laughs and says, You're worthless, pointless children, bothersome nuisances. I'm glad you're dead.
I would shoot then if I could. Shut up!
Yeah, sure. Let her have it. But if we're going to do that,
Yeah.
I would say you're engaging in combat at this point. Let's have initiative rolls.
Right.
Yay!
Poor old Mrs. Durst. I don't know.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Jeez
4, 5,
Louise.
6. Can we get it straight?
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, Snugs, you are godsend.
Yay!
Oh.
Snooks did something.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know about that
Share
because
the chair with me. I'm sure we could fit.
Come with me.
I mean, she did just call you a useless son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also, he could go underneath them. You know,
you
you
can-
shoot
you
the
can-
legs. He's
You can
tiny.
scoot under there.
All right, let's
Well,
see where she's going to go.
you guys forget it's not me acting here.
These rolls are so bad.
And ooh, +3. Okay. Alrighty. Well, anybody that had a bow that had a saved action, which would be Gemma, and in theory, Douglas. So Gemma, you want to shoot your arrow? Go ahead.
I do. Okay.
I'm gonna move this
I do
over
and
a
I
little
will.
so the chat can see a bit more.
Oh.
Okay.
Good shot.
Nice.
Alrighty, the arrow goes whoosh through the air and plugs Mrs. Durst for
also
8
would like-
points of damage.
I go, you killed our father!
I also want to shoot.
Prepare to die. My name is Gemma Montoya.
Douglas fires Dougley.
All right, Dougie, let's loose the arrow.
Sorry.
But unfortunately, it will fly clear over the top of the table and snap against the back wall. Okay, so Octavius, what do you want to do?
Uh-huh. Well, nothing. I'm terrified, so I'm staying back here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, mummy's a bitch. Then it will be her. She is going to charge and leap up at the top of the table, like to try to clamber over the top of it. Let's see.
Out like a phalanx thing. Would that be?
Kind of like, yeah, she's trying to basically like, you know, do a salmon jump onto the top of the shield and pull her up of the thing and pull herself over. So instead of an attack, she's basically like grabbed hold and latched onto the top of the table, like gripping onto it, like she's going to vault over it next turn, given the opportunity. Douglas, what do you want to? No, sorry, I'm looking at wrong initiative order. Oh no, it is Douglas. Sorry, what do you want to do? Oh, you already shot. Sorry.
I already shot. I don't know if that was my reaction. This is-
That would have been your held action for this turn. Seth, you're up.
I'm gonna try to So the table is against the door frame.
Yep.
Above it is the door, the top, right? And
Yes.
she's trying to climb over that. So I'm actually going to try to lift the table using the
Her
legs.
entire body weight is on the table, so it's going to be heavy. But I'm not saying you can't do it, just pointing it out. And Trip goes at the same time as you.
So, okay. I mean, I guess I would try to, like, push her against the ceiling of the door frame, the top of the door frame.
What is your current strength?
Current strength is 14.
Okay, give me a
Can that be
strength
helpful?
roll. You want to help him?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, you can do it with advantage.
Okay, can I? Would it be athletics? I mean, because that includes proficiency bonus and of course strength is.
Yes, we'll. Yeah, so yeah, with your proficiency bonus. DC, I'm going to say it's 15, but you have advantage because you're being helped.
Okay, so.
All right, so you're going to basically slide the table up
Yeah, just hoist it up with the legs using the.
to try to,
pin her.
to try to pin her like up against between that and the ceiling. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, you push her up there, and she's like,
Squish.
on her turn, she'll attempt to basically. This would now work like a grapple.
Okay,
She'll try to break free from it, and you'll try to hold her there. Unless you decide to let her go. Okay.
sure.
Well, that's what everybody else is doing that turn. So now we start the normal initiative. So Octavius, do you wish to do anything? Or are you still gonna?
Well, now that I see everybody attacking this thing, since it's being pinned up, I think it's high enough to where I would have a shot at it from back here.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, right now I'm not brave enough to run up to it, so I'll just take another little
But
pot
from
shot.
here, hiding behind the,
Yep.
or standing on the, or kind of, yeah, you could like use the shield, the
Yeah.
chair, and your sister as like a. Yep, sure, makes perfect
Okay.
sense. Shoot her.
Okay. Shoot her!
Oh hell!
Whoa!
Bam!
Damn,
That was a great shot.
That dice.
good shot, Thorn.
Yeah, Shorn obviously has some angst against Mom. Thorn has some angst against Mom, and you plug her in the shoulder. All right. Her attempt. Okay, she is going to try to grapple against you.
Okay.
Are you both using your actions to pin her there, or do either one of you want to be able to do something else?
Yeah, I'll be helping to pin because.
Okay, then again, you'll get a grapple check, but with advantage.
Okay.
Alrighty. Opposed grapple. So hers is a 6.
Yes.
Yep. You effortlessly keep
Wow.
her held in
Okay.
position.
In there.
I love you so much.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
like,
sure you
where
did
she's-
this at the bar before.
Where she's kind of pinned up there now, it's like she's, like she's trying to pull her. Like at the minute, she's like, the table is probably here. Like she was, because she was like pulling herself up, and you pinned her. So at this point, she's still trying to struggle free. But you're holding her solidly in place. In which case, that would leave Doug and Gemma. You're next. Y'all can.
Can I take a bonus action with that, or
Well, you're.
because I just want to be able to inspire some,
I would say.
words, because I can still bardic inspiration as a bonus.
I would say you could do that because it is a bonus action and it only requires your physical action to grapple.
Yep. So I'll be hoisting up the table, and I'll just be like, "Well, Douglas, we've done all the hard work for you here. Now just plug this one up."
Okay.
You got it, son.
So basically, yeah, the creature can roll the dice, which is a d6 in his case, and add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Do I do that before I do my thing? or do I-
Well, you can use the feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. That's what he can do. But basically,
Yeah,
you can wait until you roll the dice first before deciding if you want to use it or not.
Nice.
So you can like roll your to hit, and then if you hit it, you can not roll it and then save it for the damage roll. But it lasts 10 minutes, so you've got up to 10 minutes to use it.
Okay. But I just get the one, right?
One dice.
You got
Yeah.
one of my dice.
One. So one shot use, but you can do it anytime in the next 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm first gonna pop up Hunter's Mark because I keep forgetting I have that. So I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack.
That will hit.
That was so close.
Okay.
And it will do 13 points of damage. If you want, you can add a d6 damage to that.
I'm gonna add 2 because I've got my.
Yeah, well, you get the 1
Okay.
anyway. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll roll those.
And you use them both? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Mrs. Durst is not going to be hurling insults at her children or doing anything else anymore. As you stick an arrow right through the skull, as you just see her go like...
Wow, you did so good.
And she is
Your
hanging
terrible mother
limply,
mouth.
unable to do anything. And she just like, if you remove the table or let the pressure off, she will just fall and slump, a filthy corpse, to the ground. Meanwhile, whatever that other one of these things is doing, it hasn't done anything threatening. Right now, it is over here in the crate, pulling out the torches and going, ah, yeah, ah, and just hurling them behind itself.
Like Yoda when he's going through Luke's backpack.
Yeah, pretty much. That's not a bad. That's not a bad image right there. That'll work. But that is a great place for us to stop this evening,
Darn
and
it.
so we will do so and leave things right there.
Damn it. Here. Just give that a measure. Ah, dagnabbit. Well, time for a beer. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, hello there. It's me, Christy, your D&D dad. I'm here to do all the things that a good D&D dad should do. Like mow the lawn, fix some shit, drink a beer, and of course, roll lots of 20s. And if you like all this, can you pan?
Oh, sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
You should check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Christastics. And if you like D&D content, check out my podcast, New Crits on the Block. Anyway, I love you, my children.
If you're seeing this, that means that I'm back to playing Mondays on How Reroll. My handle is Satchmo on all platforms, and if you follow me, then maybe I can...
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
Nothing!
Hi, is this my local zoologist? Yes, I'll hold. Hi, local zoologist. Yes, my name is Jane Ivana, and I'm looking for a snake that has a stinger. Yes. I'll hold. You don't have any? Alright, well, if you could look into it, you can contact me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch, that's with a 0. Anytime. Yeah, or you could catch me on my Twitch streams. I stream like once a week on twitch.tv/JaneIvana. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, local zoologist.
Hey everyone, it's the Snuggler. This year, Jane asked us to go quick on our outros, so I promise I'll go as fast as possible. You're just gonna put all my information on text on the screen, aren't you? Son of a...
Hey, twitch.tv/Shagget here, and I'm trapped in Barovia. I'm hiding in a dingy basement with some art, the art dingy basement, nothing like what you usually see on my webcam when I do streams on How We Roll. And I'm not hiding from Strahd. Believe it or not, he's a pushy Dracula knockoff. He doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of him. I'm actually hiding from Gorebad, my dungeon master. He's out to kill me. I think finally surviving in 10 campaigns in Arconis throughout his stories he snapped because of it. And because of that, he's out to really kill me this time. Contact me at @neb_convos on Twitter, please. Your support will help keep me alive, keep me on the run, keep my hope alive. I really need to see what happens to Radovan, Emlyn, and Alekma, and all my other characters that I've played. I really need to see what happens to them. I'm very curious. Oh shit, I messed up. I really messed up. I think he heard me. He's coming. See ya!
Hi there, I'm Gorebad, and thank you for watching How We Roll. If you'd like to keep up with us when we're not live on Twitch, you can check out our other forms of social media. Follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can find the website at www.howweroll.com, and you can also find us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll, for an absolute ton of additional content. Also, you can follow the dmblog.com for some DM tips, world building guides, and all things D&D related. Cheers, guys. That was a long walk. Okay, they said Shagget was somewhere here, and the door to where he's hiding was a blue door. So we gotta find a blue door, blue door, blue door, blue door. You're mine now, Shagget.